I'm curious. You essentially opened a first location of Fit Body Bootcamp, then you opened several locations, then you became the CEO of Fit Body Bootcamp. So there's like different levels of your both like business growth, personal growth. What are some like personal growth things, habits, routines, etc., that you did when you were younger that you needed to level up or do differently now? Because there's the saying that what got you here won't get you there. And so are there new habits, routines that you had to form because the other ones got you to a good place, but maybe weren't optimally serving you anymore?
Yeah, great question. I would say for me, my journey of personal growth has been optimization. Back when went through my first transformation journey was January of 2007. So before that, I hadn't lifted weights. I joked around that I was, the CEO of an international fitness brand, was allergic to lifting weights, and fast food was a staple of his diet. So if that's how I came from, listening to your audience, you are more capable than you think. But when I first started the workout regimen, I got into the gym 4 times a week, and I cleaned up my nutrition for the majority of the week, but then the weekends I went off the rails. Okay. But then after about 2 years into that journey, it was okay. Now I've, worked up to 5 workouts a week, and I'm going to clean up a little bit of this. I'm going to dial this in a little bit more. I'm going to now only have one cheat meal a week. I'm now going to work out instead of the evenings, because the evenings of the vast majority of time, or the decent amount of time, I was able to get my workouts. But then guess what? Sometimes, my meetings ran over. I was, late on a few appointments, whatever the case may be, and I didn't get a chance to hit that workout. So then I adjusted my workouts from the evenings to the mornings, because there's no excuse. Then I started working out at 6 o'clock in the morning. I realized that worked. But you know what? If I can optimize, if I can get to bed a little bit earlier, I can actually wake up at 5 o'clock. So I did that for 2 years. And then now at a point where I can actually get up at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock's my wake up time, 4:45 my workout time. I hit my cold plunge. I'm at my desk by 6:30 every day and off to the races. Now, did that happen overnight, Nick? No, it didn't. But it was a series of like taking one step, getting traction around that, then optimizing, another 12, 18, 24 months. So it's just been this series of little refinements over the course of the years that's really, constitute to the personal growth that I've been on, and more to come.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Gradual optimization. And I think like James Clear has a quote in Atomic Habits, like you have to form a habit before you optimize it. And that's kind of the way that I go about coaching clients as well. It's like, don't feel like just because he's doing this now, that's not what you should start with. You got to start somewhere and then gradually optimize it from there. I'm interested though, like a lot of people get into a good routine and then they don't optimize it. Like what were the things that were the sparkers for you or the catalyst for you to be like, let's take it to another level? Let's take it to another level. Like were there any things in particular, or was it just like curiosity or what was it?
I mean, I have factory installed a good amount of healthy drive. So I think that's just, I'm going to put that on the table. But I track everything. I track my nutrition, I track my sleep. And what I realize is what get tracked gets improved. Okay. Think about if you're a business owner, okay, and you have a store with a bunch of inventory. Can you imagine never doing inventory? No, it's not fun to do inventory, but you need to know how much product you have, how much product you've sold. And if you don't do that, you're going to have a very hard time running a business. You're going to be flying blind. So for me, what I've learned is whether it's business or my personal life, I track as many metrics as I possibly can. And when you see the data, when you actually see what you consume, what you put in your mouth, when you see the scale, the measurement on your body fat percentage and how that's increasing or decreasing, that visualization, sometimes it can be painful, but what it's done for me is it's lit a fire. And so that optimization and that continued path has all came down to I track what I do, and from there I can make better improvements.
I love it. I love it. When I coach people, everybody has a scoreboard and they're tracking particular metrics and stuff like that, and they submit it to me. One of the things that I do get a lot though from people is they track the stuff, and because they're high achievers and hold themselves to a high standard, there's inevitably going to be times where they don't hit all the marks. They don't check off all the boxes. How do you kind of handle it psychologically and mentally to where like not hitting all the boxes doesn't derail you and throw you through a loop psychologically, mentally, emotionally? So like, how do you handle the not checking off all the boxes when you go to like hold yourself accountable with your tracker?
Yeah, I love that. I think really what it comes down to, because are you going to be able to hit all the boxes across the board? I would say no, unless you're making them so easy. And in that particular case, that's not going to be a successful pattern either. But if you find yourself, being ambitious and being aggressive with your goals and you miss a few of those goals, take a step back and say, okay, I missed those goals. That's painful. It's frustrating, but where can I really focus in? And a lot of times what I find for myself or even coaching clients as well, they're trying to optimize too many things. And if you try to, optimize too many things, eventually you're going to have missed balls. Eventually you're going to find failure. So really get clear what's the one or two really important things that you want to execute against, and then focus on those. And coaching, and you're a great coach, I'm a great coach. Coaching is a great way to go about this. And it's interesting, Nick, even for me, the biggest quote unquote pain point in my life into my fitness right now that I haven't optimized, that I've literally just mixed the box, is my flexibility. By far, my flexibility is the weakest part of my fitness game. So what I've realized, it's becoming a problem. Like literally, I'm super tight. I wake up, I have some cramps. So what I'm going to do, this is to not come factory installed, because I'm a fast motivated guy. I like to move fast. I need to slow down. I'm going to get a stretching coach. I'm going to get a stretching coach to really hold me accountable. Okay. And that's my weakest or the biggest opportunity I have in my fitness right now. And coaching and accountability is everything. So that's the focus right now. Over the next 6 months, I'm going to make a big effort at.
Hell yeah. That's good for you, man. Good for you. The identifying the thing you're looking to optimize, and then find a coach and hire a coach, hire an expert. That's great.